Jonathan, and I have the profound honor of portraying Jesus in The Chosen. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you, not just for your support in watching the show, but for something just as vital to me personally, your prayers. Playing this role has been the most humbling experience of my life, and filming season 6 and the crucifixion, well, it's clear that that has been the most intense journey of my career. Every day on set, I'm reminded that we're not just making a television show, we're shepherding something sacred into the world, the most important story ever told. And knowing that people like you are lifting up this work in prayer, well, that means everything to me. So thank you for being part of the community that is lifting us all up as we portray the most important moments in human history. God bless you. The dates between November 17 and 21 hold a unique significance for anyone over 60 because they represent a window of time that often determines how the next year of your life will unfold, financially, emotionally, and practically. While most people glide through these days without a second thought, those who are informed understand that this short span of time can influence everything from your savings and healthcare decisions to how prepared you are for upcoming changes that quietly take effect at the end of every year. It isn't just about the calendar. It's about the hidden shifts that tend to occur around this period. When governments finalize policies, financial institutions close out annual cycles, and families begin transitioning into year-end routines that require planning and clarity. For someone over 60, these dates become more than just a stretch of November days. They become a checkpoint for where you are and where you're heading. This time of year often brings updates that impact seniors more than anyone else. Changes in retirement benefits, adjustments in insurance premiums, year-end financial planning deadlines, and healthcare enrollment decisions all tend to cluster around this period. And missing even one of them could mean losing out on opportunities or paying more than you need to. It's no longer enough to wait until December to figure things out. Many of the most important windows close before the holidays even begin. That's why the days between November 17 and 21 matter. They act as a buffer zone where you still have the power to make well-informed choices without the rush pressure that late December brings. But beyond the practical side, these days also carry emotional and personal weight. They arrive at a moment when the year is winding down, the seasons are changing, and reflection naturally begins. For someone over 60, reflecting on the past year often comes with deeper questions. Have I taken care of myself well? Am I prepared for the unexpected? Have I made decisions that protect my future? This period encourages you to pause and evaluate. And in that pause, clarity becomes possible. Clarity about finances, about family, about the kind of life you want to live going forward. November 17 to 21 gives you the space to think before everything becomes fast-paced, noisy, and hectic as the holidays approach. There is also a sense of urgency attached to these dates. Not the kind that brings fear, but the kind that emphasizes awareness. Life after 60 is about being proactive rather than reactive. Small choices matter more. Missing a deadline isn't just a simple inconvenience. It can affect your healthcare coverage for an entire year, impact your investment gains, or create unnecessary stress. These 5 days act as a reminder that your time, energy, and peace of mind are worth protecting. They encourage you to catch the things you might have overlooked earlier in the year, before the door quietly closes behind you. In many ways, this period also represents empowerment. It is the chance to take control of the narrative of your life instead of letting circumstances take control of you. For some, it may mean reviewing financial statements, updating documents, or making a decision that has been postponed for too long. For others, it may simply be the opportunity to step back and breathe, to intentionally slow down and assess what matters most. It allows you to enter the final stretch of the year feeling prepared, confident, and grounded, instead of rushed, confused, or uncertain. Another aspect of these dates is the often unseen shift that happens within families. As the holidays get closer, conversations begin to surface about plans, responsibilities, travel, budgets, and expectations. Preparing before the rush not only reduces stress, but also strengthens communication with the people who matter most to you. When you enter these conversations organized and aware, they become smoother and more meaningful. There is a calmness that comes from knowing you have already taken the steps you needed to take. especially when you are guiding younger family members or making decisions that shape the future of your household. And perhaps most importantly, the stretch of November 17 to 21 offers a moment to align your life with your priorities. At 60 and beyond, your priorities shift. Less about chasing, more about choosing, less about reacting to life, more about intentionally shaping it. These dates remind you to honor that shift. They encourage you to acknowledge what the year has taught you and prepare for what's next with wisdom instead of worry. They highlight the idea that your decisions still matter deeply, and that staying informed is one of the strongest forms of self-respect. Many people over 60 have lived through enough challenges to feel confident that they understand the risks life can bring, yet some of the most impactful dangers at this stage are the ones that are easiest to overlook. These risks don't arrive loudly or dramatically. They appear quietly, disguised as routine habits, assumptions, or delays that build up over time. One of the biggest overlooked risks is the belief that everything will remain the same as it has been for years. Life after 60 is full of subtle changes, financial, physical, emotional, that require a different level of awareness. What worked at 40 or 50 doesn't always apply anymore, and ignoring these shifts can leave you unprepared when something unexpected happens. Financial risks are often at the top of the list, not because people over 60 are careless, but because the landscape around them changes faster than they realize. Inflation, market fluctuations, new regulations, and updated retirement policies can all affect savings, pensions, and retirement plans. Many seniors assume their current financial structure is automatically secure, but failing to regularly review accounts, benefits, insurance, and investments can lead to unpleasant surprises. Even something as simple as not adjusting a budget to reflect rising costs can place unnecessary pressure on fixed incomes. What begins as a small oversight can turn into a larger burden that affects daily living and long-term security. Healthcare risks are another area where small delays create major problems. Many people over 60 ignore routine checkups, postpone screenings, or assume that minor symptoms are just part of aging. While it's true that the body changes as we grow older, not every change should be accepted without attention. Conditions that are easily treatable when caught early can become serious when ignored. The risk here isn't just the illness itself, but the belief that there is no urgency. Staying proactive with health is one of the most powerful ways to maintain independence, yet the habit of minimizing or dismissing symptoms often stands in the way. Another overlooked risk is the emotional strain that comes from isolation, routine, or unaddressed stress. People over 60 often tell themselves they're fine, even when they feel lonely, overwhelmed, or disconnected. This emotional risk is rarely talked about, but has a major impact on overall well-being. Life transitions, such as children moving away, retirement, or the loss of friends and loved ones, can slowly shrink social circles. Without realizing it, many seniors begin spending more time alone, and isolation gradually becomes the new normal. This can affect physical health, sleep, motivation, mood, and even the immune system. The danger lies in believing these feelings are unavoidable or insignificant when, in fact, acknowledging them is the first step to improving the quality of life. Another subtle but significant risk is neglecting technology. The world is increasingly digital, and staying disconnected can make daily life more complicated. Many people over 60 avoid new tools or devices because they feel unfamiliar or intimidating. But this avoidance creates vulnerabilities, especially with banking, communication, healthcare portals, and online safety. Scams targeting seniors are rising rapidly, and those who don't keep up with basic tech knowledge are at a higher risk of falling victim. The danger isn't technology itself, it's the hesitation to adapt to a world that now depends on it. Lifestyle habits form another overlooked category of risk. Routine is comfortable, but it can also trap you in patterns that don't support health or happiness. Eating the same foods, avoiding physical activity, sleeping irregularly, or spending too much time indoors may not seem harmful day to day, but they slowly diminish energy, strength, and resilience. Many people assume these changes are inevitable, but the truth is that small lifestyle improvements at 60, 70, or even 80 can create powerful benefits. The real risk is not age. It is the belief that change is no longer worth the effort. One more hidden risk is failing to prepare for emergencies or unexpected changes. Many people assume that because nothing dramatic has happened yet, nothing dramatic will happen soon. But life is unpredictable. Whether it's a financial emergency, a health crisis, or a sudden change in the household, preparation is essential. Not updating important documents, not having a clear plan, or not communicating wishes to family members can leave others confused and stressed during crucial moments. It's not about expecting the worst. It's about ensuring that your stability, dignity, and choices remain protected no matter what happens. Ultimately, the biggest risk of all is believing that there are no risks. When you're over 60, awareness becomes one of your strongest tools. Staying informed, staying proactive, and staying open to change makes life not only safer, but also richer and more fulfilling. Critical updates affecting seniors today often arrive quietly, yet they have the power to reshape everyday life in meaningful ways. These updates usually come in the form of small policy changes, shifts in financial regulations, adjustments to healthcare systems, or new technologies that influence how services are delivered and accessed. For someone over 60, understanding these changes is essential because they directly affect cost of living, benefits, security, mobility, independence, and long-term stability. What makes these updates so important is not just their content, but how easily they can be missed. Many people assume things stay the same from year to year, when in reality, the systems they rely on are constantly adjusting behind the scenes. One of the most significant updates that affects seniors is related to healthcare. Medical coverage, insurance premiums, prescription costs, and eligibility requirements often change annually. Sometimes these changes are small, but even small adjustments can impact out-of-pocket expenses or access to certain services. New medications may become covered while others lose coverage. Deductibles can increase, and certain treatments may require additional approval. Many seniors do not realize these updates are happening until they receive a bill that looks different or find out a familiar medication is suddenly more expensive. Staying aware of these policy shifts helps avoid unexpected costs and ensures that healthcare choices remain informed and manageable. Another major category of updates involves financial stability. Governments frequently revise tax rules, pension adjustments, social support programs, and inflation-related increases. Financial institutions also adjust interest rates, account requirements, and investment guidelines. For someone over 60, these changes matter because they directly influence retirement income, savings growth, and monthly expenses. When inflation rises or new fees are introduced, fixed incomes stretch less than before. When pension structures change, future income may be affected. When investment rules shift, portfolios need to be reviewed to maintain stability. Overlooking these financial updates can leave gaps that only become visible when it's too late to adjust. Technology is another area that brings continuous updates affecting seniors. More services are shifting to digital platforms. Banking, healthcare portals, social services, travel systems, and communication tools. Governments and companies increasingly require online processes for verification, payments, appointments, and identity checks. For seniors who feel unsure about new technology, these updates can feel overwhelming. But not keeping up creates risks of missed opportunities, delays in services, and vulnerability to scams. Understanding basic digital updates, using secure methods to access accounts, and learning simple online skills can make life more convenient and safer. Technology isn't just about devices. It's about staying connected to the essential services that now operate digitally. Another critical update affecting people over 60 involves safety and fraud awareness. Scams targeting seniors evolve quickly, using new techniques that look more convincing than before. Fraudsters imitate banks, government agencies, medical providers, or even family members. They send fake alerts, emails, or messages that look official. Being unaware of these evolving tactics increases vulnerability. Recognizing the latest scam patterns, learning the red flags, and understanding safe communication methods become essential forms of protection. Many seniors underestimate how advanced these schemes have become, but awareness is the strongest defense. Housing and living arrangements also undergo updates that affect seniors. Rental laws, property taxes, utility charges, and senior housing requirements can change at any time. These shifts influence affordability, long-term living plans, and decisions about downsizing or staying in place. Even community resources, transportation services, senior centers, disability support may update their schedules, eligibility rules, or funding. Knowing about these changes helps seniors choose the best environment for comfort, security, and independence. Updates also occur in transportation systems, whether it's public transportation schedules, senior discounts, ride service policies, or new identification requirements. These changes affect mobility. For many people over 60, transportation is a lifeline to medical appointments, social events, and shopping. When updates happen without notice, they can cause stress or confusion. Staying informed ensures smoother movement and reduces the frustration of unexpected obstacles. Another powerful area of change is the cost of everyday living. Prices fluctuate in food, fuel, utilities, and essential services. When living expenses rise faster than expected, financial strain follows. Understanding why these price changes happen and adjusting budgets early helps maintain control. Many people over 60 feel frustrated when costs rise, but staying aware of trends offers the chance to prepare, adapt, and protect financial stability. Social and community updates also influence life after 60. Programs offering recreational activities, educational classes, volunteer opportunities, or senior support often change their schedules or add new options. Participating in these activities enhances emotional health, physical activity, and social connection, but many seniors miss out simply because they weren't aware of the new offerings. All of these updates share a common theme: they are constant. The world changes whether we pay attention or not. For someone over 60, staying informed isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It ensures that every decision, from healthcare to finances, technology to daily living, remains intentional, confident, and aligned with personal goals. The days leading up to November 21st create a moment where certain decisions become especially important for anyone over 60, not because of pressure, but because of timing. These decisions often relate to finances, healthcare, lifestyle planning, and personal security. What makes this period so crucial is that it falls just before the end-of-year rush, when deadlines approach rapidly and the chance to make thoughtful choices becomes limited. This window gives you the advantage of time to understand your options, time to prepare, and time to avoid decisions made under stress. Taking action before November 21 ensures that the choices you make will have the greatest impact on your comfort and stability throughout the coming year. One of the most important decisions that needs attention during this time frame involves healthcare. Whether it's reviewing insurance plans, checking premium changes, evaluating prescription coverage, or scheduling end-of-year appointments, these choices shape your well-being for the next 12 months. Many seniors assume they can make adjustments later, but healthcare systems often have strict enrollment periods. Waiting too long can mean being locked into a plan that doesn't fit your needs or costs more than expected. This is why early decision-making matters. Before November 21st, you still have the clarity and opportunity to compare options without rushing. Once the window closes, the consequences of inaction usually become more expensive and harder to correct. Financial decisions are also at the forefront during this period. This is the time to review bank accounts, retirement funds, investment portfolios, and monthly budgets. Changes in inflation, taxes, benefits, and market conditions accumulate throughout the year. Before November 21, you can still adjust your strategies so that they align with updated financial realities. Simple actions like reviewing automatic payments, checking interest rates, or planning for year-end expenses can prevent unnecessary stress later. Many people over 60 don't realize how much money is lost through small oversights, unmonitored fees, or outdated financial habits. This moment in November allows you to catch and correct those issues before they carry over into the next year. Another area requiring decisions involves preparing important documents. Wills, medical directives, insurance policies, emergency contacts, and account passwords should all be reviewed before the holidays begin. These tasks are easy to postpone because they don't feel urgent, but they play a major role in protecting your independence and ensuring that your wishes are respected. Before November 21st, you still have the mental bandwidth and calm environment to handle these matters without the emotional and logistical complications that often come with late-year busyness. Updating documents now brings peace of mind that lasts far beyond the holidays. Lifestyle decisions also carry weight at this time of year, As schedules shift and family plans develop, choosing how you want the end of your year to look becomes important. This includes planning travel, arranging visits, preparing your home, and setting boundaries that support your well-being. People over 60 sometimes feel pressured to agree to every holiday commitment, even when it becomes overwhelming. Making decisions early helps ensure you protect your energy, your health, and your comfort. It allows you to participate in meaningful moments while avoiding the stress of last-minute arrangements. Health maintenance decisions are another key element. Scheduling routine checkups, lab work, dental appointments, or eye exams before the year ends can help identify small issues before they grow. Many clinics fill up quickly after November, making it harder to get appointments. By acting early, you ensure that your health receives attention without delay. This proactive approach becomes especially important after 60, when early detection can prevent complications and maintain quality of life. These appointments are more than tasks. They are investments in yourself. There are also practical household decisions that should be addressed. This is the time to check that your home is safe, secure, and ready for upcoming weather changes. Replacing batteries and smoke detectors, checking heating systems, reviewing medication supplies, and even preparing emergency kits become important steps. These decisions may feel small, but together they create an environment where you can navigate the months ahead with confidence and safety. Another decision to consider is communication with family members or trusted friends. Before November 21, it helps to discuss plans, responsibilities, and expectations so that everyone is aligned. Clear communication prevents misunderstanding, reduces stress, and ensures that your needs and preferences are respected. These conversations also build connection and stability, especially during a time of year when routines naturally shift. Ultimately, the decisions that need to be made before November 21 are about preparation, not pressure. They give you control over your health, your finances, your safety, and your emotional well-being. They allow you to enter the final stretch of the year with clarity rather than chaos. By taking action early, you safeguard your independence and ensure that the months ahead unfold on your terms. Protecting your money, health, and independence becomes increasingly important after 60, not because life becomes more complicated, but because the consequences of small mistakes grow larger, while the benefits of good choices grow stronger. At this stage, the goal is not just to survive each year, but to live it with confidence, stability, and peace of mind. Protecting yourself means being proactive rather than reactive. It means recognizing what strengthens your well-being and what threatens it, and then making choices that support a secure, fulfilling future. This key point centers on the idea that protection is not fear-based, it's empowerment. It's the act of putting yourself first so that you can enjoy your life without unnecessary stress. Financial protection begins with awareness. Many people over 60 rely on fixed incomes or carefully planned savings, which means every dollar has a purpose. The simplest way to protect your money. Protecting your health means paying attention to changes, even small ones. It means prioritizing routine screenings, annual checkups, medication reviews, dental visits, and eye exams. These appointments are not burdens. They are opportunities to catch problems early, when they are easiest to treat. Staying active also plays a powerful role in protecting your health. You don't need extreme exercise. Gentle walking, stretching, light strength training, or movement-based hobbies can significantly improve balance, energy, mood, and mobility. Nutrition matters as well. Choosing meals that support brain health, heart function, and immune strength gives your body what it needs to stay resilient. Protecting your health is not about perfection. It is about consistency, awareness, and respecting what your body tells you. Emotional well-being is another form of protection often overlooked. Stress, loneliness, and boredom have real physical effects. Protecting your emotional health means staying connected to people, interests, and activities that bring you joy. It means acknowledging your feelings instead of suppressing them, seeking companionship when needed, and maintaining a sense of purpose. You protect your emotional well-being by creating routines that support peace, quiet mornings, hobbies that stimulate creativity, time spent with loved ones, or moments of reflection that bring clarity. When your emotional health is strong, every other part of your life benefits, Independence is something many people value deeply after 60, and protecting it requires planning. Independence does not mean doing everything alone, it means having choices. To protect your independence, you prepare your environment, your finances, and your relationships in ways that support your ability to live the life you want. Maintaining health protects your independence. Staying financially aware protects your independence. Keeping your home safe, good lighting, secure flooring, easy access to essentials, protects your independence. Having clear plans in place for emergencies protects your independence because it ensures that you remain in control, even when things don't go as expected. Communication is also part of maintaining independence. Staying open with family, friends, or trusted individuals about your needs and preferences helps prevent misunderstandings. It ensures that, should you ever need assistance, it happens on your terms. Having these conversations early is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength and clarity. Ultimately, protecting your money, health, and independence is a holistic process. Each area supports the others. When your finances are stable, stress decreases. When your health is cared for, your independence grows. When your independence is maintained, your confidence strengthens. This key point encourages you to make choices that honor who you are now and who you want to be in the years ahead. There comes a point in life, especially after 60, when the choices you make are no longer just about today. They are gifts to your future self. Every decision becomes an investment in your comfort, your dignity, your freedom, and your peace. Keynote: 6 focuses on the idea that the actions you take now, no matter how small they may seem, will shape the way you live in the coming months and years. It is about imagining the version of yourself you want to be tomorrow, next year, and even a decade from now, and making decisions today that support that version. This isn't about perfection or pressure. It is about kindness to your future self. It's about choosing clarity over confusion, preparation over stress, and health over hardship. Your future self will thank you for the moments when you took your well-being seriously. Think about the times people ignore small signs: fatigue, pain, forgetfulness, emotional overwhelm, because they assume they'll deal with it later. Later often becomes too late. When you choose to take care of your health today, scheduling that appointment, getting that screening, taking that walk, drinking that water, or organizing your medications, your future self will feel stronger, more capable, and more confident because of the choices you made now. It's not about adding years to your life. It's about adding quality to the years you already have ahead of you. Your future self will also thank you for the decisions you make about your finances. Money becomes more meaningful with age, not because it defines your happiness, but because it defines your freedom. When you choose to review your accounts, simplify your expenses, protect yourself from scams, and plan ahead, you reduce the chances of stress and uncertainty later. Financial stability allows your future self to travel without worry, enjoy hobbies without guilt, and handle unexpected situations with confidence. Every step you take today to understand and strengthen your financial position is a gift to your future peace of mind. Another important area where your future self will express gratitude is in the routines and habits you create now. Small daily choices become powerful patterns over time. When you choose nourishing foods over convenience, gentle movement over inactivity, connection over isolation, curiosity over stagnation, and self-respect over neglect, you build a life that supports you emotionally and physically. Much of aging well isn't about what you do once. It's about what you do consistently. The future version of you will be glad you chose habits that protected your energy and enriched your life. Your future self will also appreciate the emotional clarity you create today. Many people avoid difficult conversations, postpone decisions about personal matters, or hold on to stress they don't need to carry. When you choose to communicate honestly with loved ones, set boundaries that protect your peace, release old burdens, or simplify your responsibilities, you lighten the emotional load you will carry later. Stress is one of the biggest threats to well-being, and reducing it now helps your future self enjoy a calmer, happier life. There is also deep gratitude waiting in the preparations you make ahead of time. Reviewing important documents, updating plans, organizing your home, or preparing emergency measures may feel tedious in the moment, but they spare your future self and your loved ones confusion and chaos. Preparation gives you control and confidence. It means that no matter what life brings, you are not caught off guard. Your future self will feel secure because you cared enough to think ahead. One of the most overlooked gifts you can give your future self is the decision to stay engaged with life. Staying curious, learning new skills, connecting with others, exploring interests, and remaining mentally active keeps your spirit alive. Many people unknowingly limit their future selves by withdrawing from the world. When you choose to stay involved, your future life becomes richer, more meaningful, and more joyful. Even rest is a gift you give your future self. The moments when you slow down, sleep well, relax, reflect, and breathe deeply strengthen your resilience. People often underestimate how much proper rest protects memory, immune health, emotional stability, and physical strength. By choosing rest today, you build a stronger foundation for tomorrow. In every part of life, health, money, home, relationships, emotions, habits, and personal growth, your choices have a ripple effect. They shape the life you will live in the years ahead. This keynote reminds you that you are not only living for the present moment, you are also shaping a future version of yourself who will look back and feel grateful that you cared. Every proactive step becomes an act of self-love. Every thoughtful decision becomes a quiet promise kept. And every moment of awareness today becomes comfort, strength, and freedom for your future self.